Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today is part 2 of my adding clickable buttons to reports to edit records in Microsoft Access. And of course, if you haven't watched part 1, what are you doing here? Go watch part 1 first. You'll find a link down below you can click on, go watch it, and come on back. We now join the tutorial, already in progress. That sounds a lot like the... He never has a second cup of my coffee. Well, you can with a single form with some VBA coding. That's a topic for a whole nother video, but with a continuous form, you cannot. Okay, if you change one text box, you change them all. So now that that's working, if I go into this form here, you can see, here we go, right? We go to our reading tab. You can make this the default now if you want to and just get rid of this, because in here, you can just go click and there's your form to open it, to edit it. See that? That's pretty cool. Right? See? Buttons on reports. They got a place. I should also mention, by the way, that this only works in report view. It does not work in print preview. All right, so if you take this guy and try to open it in print preview, you're not even going to see the buttons. All right, this is only for printing it or turning it into a PDF. That has to be in report view, which is very similar to form view, except you can't edit the data. Now, Rick, you say, and I say, what? Well, I'm not there, but, you know, I normally would say what. You say, I don't want this button here. It's kind of ugly. Can we do something else? Yeah, sure. All kinds of things you can do. For example, you could make this a transparent button and put it over the whole record. Remember this guy, right, from a couple weeks ago? Put transparent buttons over images on your forms to make them do cool stuff. Same thing works in reports. Right? Take this button, put it over whatever you want to be clickable. Let's say the whole thing. Click anywhere in that area. All right. Now open up its properties. Double click on the border around it. By the way, don't double click in here because then you get the caption. Right? Click on it and then double click on the border right there. Okay. Go to, now don't change visible. Visible is different from transparent. Transparent's down here. I used to make this mistake all the time myself. Visible makes it so it's not even there. You can't click on it. Transparent is what you want. See, it goes away, but it's still there. It's just transparent. Save it, close it, open it, switch to reading mode, and now click anywhere over this, and boom, there it goes. It triggers that button. See, you're scrolling. Come here. You're scrolling. Click here, boom, there you go. Right? That's another option. Another thing, some people will try to do this. Now, let's say you don't want to use the button at all. I'm going to delete the button. See, I just selected it, delete, boom, button gone. Button go bye-bye, okay? Now, you could use a click event on something, all right? We've put click events on fields before. We've put them on sections. If you put the click event in the detail section, okay, let's try that. Right-click, build event, all right? We want to go to the detail on click event, not detail format. That happens when the section gets drawn. But let's take this, since it's not in that, since we don't have that button anymore, let's move this down into here. Okay, and we can delete this. We no longer have that button. All right, same code, but it's in the detail click event. Now, save it, close it. Let's open up the report. If I click here, I'm clicking, nothing's happening. I'm clicking. Oh, there it goes. It fired. What happened? Well, the event, the on-click event for the detail section only fires if you click on the background. Okay, if you look closely, right, you have to click anywhere there isn't a control. So like this spot right here is where I clicked. That is actually the detail section of the report. Or form works the same way. If you click on a control, it doesn't fire the event in the section. So I don't like using that as a way to trigger that. If I want them to be able to click on the whole thing, you have to either put an event in all of these controls or do something different. That's why I like the transparent button. It goes over everything nicely. Now, how about instead of the detail section, let's put it in the on-click event for the date. All right, let's format this. Let's make it like blue. We take advantage of the fact that we got colors and stuff we can use in here, right? Let's do this. Let's get that section, that event out of here. We'll put it in here. So we'll open up this guy. We'll go to your on-click event right there. All right, we'll move this code into there. You can leave it in both spots if you want to. That's fine with me. I don't care. They're my Legos, but you can put them together however you want. Okay, so now the event is just in the date. So if we open this up now, you can see if I click here, if I click here, if I click here, if I got to click on the date, and it fires it. All right. Now, if you want to make this more intuitive, how about we use the hyperlink finger? Right? You remember the hyperlink finger, right? I showed you before. Like, watch my Access Learning Zone logo. Whee, you get the hyperlink finger, right? And if you click on that, it takes you to my website. You can use the same hyperlink finger in your database. How do you do that? Well, all you have to do is come in here, open up this guy's properties, go to format. You're going to find hyperlink stuff down here. All right. Now, leave is hyperlink to no. It's not actually a hyperlink. It's just it's a date field, right? Hyperlink target, leave it blank. You're not going to do anything. All right. You just want to change the display as hyperlink to always. You always want to see that finger. That's what that triggers. Okay. But the event that you wrote in the on click is going to take care of opening up that form. So you don't need a hyperlink target. All right. Unless you're trying to send them to a website or something. All right. So do that. Just set display as hyperlink, save it, close it. All right. Let's open it up again. And now look at that. Look, oh, see? Look, you get the little finger. See? Isn't that cute? All right. Click. There you go. And it works in here too. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Sexy. Beautiful. And if you don't want the underline, if you don't want that hyperlink underline, that's just a formatting change. Just come in here, click, go to format, turn the underline off, and save it. And there you go. See? I kind of, sometimes I like the underline, sometimes I don't. Like on my website, I've got it turned off in most places. I think the underline's annoying. The underline was cool back in 1997 when people didn't know what hyperlinks were. But now it's like, if it's blue, pretty much you can click on it. That's why I do the thing in my forms, right? Which one do I have? Like the customer list. I make this blue to indicate you can click on it, right? Or double click on it in this case. Okay. All right. And that's pretty neat. Do you like this stuff? You like learning this stuff? Well, come to my website. Check out my developer lessons. I got tons and tons of lessons to teach you how to be a better programmer. You want to learn VBA and how to build awesome databases? There's a link. Come check it out. That's going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member, and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my TechHelp page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the TechHelp page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut TechHelp videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my TechHelp videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any TechHelp questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for TechHelp questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.